let me restart. So the median here, it's referring to a line. So it's not the same median as we did in the finance unit where it was the middle number. Median here means in this triangle, the midpoint of this line to the opposite vertice, okay? The opposite corner. This line right here is called the median. So in a triangle, there are 3 medians. Okay? The second type is called the perpendicular bisector. So again, this is the midpoint, but it doesn't go to the opposite vertice. It goes to the opposite side at a 90-degree angle. Right? So this side is still the median and it's still in the middle, midpoint. That makes a 90-degree line. Same thing right here. Right? And then the last type is called altitude. Altitude, is it at the middle? So this is the middle right here, but no. So it's not at the middle. It does have a 90-degree, but it's from the vertice to the opposite side. So altitude is from the corner to the opposite side at a 90-degree angle. Okay, Tanya, you got those down? Okay, Bara, you too? Okay, so altitude is also the height of a triangle. Okay? Those are the 3 main things you need to know for today's lesson. Okay? So let's classify these then on the back. Okay? So on the back, this one right here, from a corner to the opposite side at a 90-degree angle. Which one is this? Vincent? Sorry? This one. Which one is it? Is it a median, altitude, or perpendicular bisector? Ira? Perpendicular bisector. Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's not. Altitude, right. So there were only 3 choices. You guys said all 3. Altitude. Altitude. Why it's an altitude? It goes from the corner to the opposite side at a 90-degree angle. This is actually the easy one to point out because it's not going through the midpoint. The midpoint is there. It doesn't. That's the only one that doesn't go through the midpoint. All right. What about number 4? This is the midpoint. Vincent? Right, perpendicular bisector. Midpoint at a 90-degree angle. Okay, that's perpendicular bisector. What about this one? Again, at a midpoint, going to the vertices. Median. And this last one? Altitude, because it's the height of the triangle. Good. Okay. So let's try to draw it. Okay, so using a ruler, find the midpoints in each and then draw the 3 medians. Right, so right here, this line is 6.2 centimeters. What's half of that? Half of 6.2? 3.1. Yep, so there you go. There's your midpoint. Right. This line right here, this line measures 3.6. Half of that? Half of 3.6? I know it's a Friday morning. What? Yes, thank you, Diana. 1.8. Okay, and then here, this line is 4.8. So half of that? 2.4. So that's okay. And now to draw it, I connect it to the opposite corner. So this is one median. This is the second median, and this is the third median. Okay. This point right here, where all three medians meet, there's a special name for it. So for 0.5 bonus mark on the test, what is this point called? Oh, centroid. Miriam got it. Good job. Okay, so you got a 0.5 bonus on your test yesterday. Okay, this point right here where all three medians meet is called the centroid. So for this upcoming test, there's just these four terms that you have to memorize for today's lesson. Altitude, median, perpendicular bisector, and centroid. All right. So let's try this example. BD is the perpendicular bisector of AC. Find the length of AC. So perpendicular bisector. It implies that this is the midpoint. So point D is the midpoint. So what can you say about this length and this length? If it's the perpendicular bisector. Yep, that they're equal. So this length is the same as this length because this point is the midpoint. So I can set them equal. Okay. Try to solve this. Okay, what did you guys get?
I got AC is 7.
Okay, and I heard 7 as well. Good. This ties in with the solving equation unit that we did 2 months ago. So moving the 3x over, 5x minus 3x, and then 8 plus 6. Because when we move that negative 6 over, it becomes plus 6. So 2x equals 14. Now dividing that 2, x equals 7. Is that my final answer? No, why not? Because the way I asked. Man. Right. What are they looking for? They're looking for the length of AC. So I have to sub in this. I sub in the 7 in here. 3 times 7 is 35. 35 minus 6, 29. 3 times 7, 21. 21 plus 8, I get 29. So what's the whole length then? AC equals 58. That's my answer. All right. I don't have units here. If I did, it would maybe like centimeters, meters. Okay. Okay. So find x and y in this one. Okay. DE is a median. Again, what does that imply then, if this is a median? Yeah. Yeah, it goes through right in the middle. So again, you have this equals this. So 10y minus 4 equals 8y. These two lengths are equal. Okay, solve this one. Right, this is a nice recap for our final exam as well. So solve this one, move the y over, move the 4 over. Okay, let me know what you got. Okay, what did you guys get? 2. Let's see. I think I like that answer. So 10y minus 8y equals 4. So you have 2y equals 4. Divide that 2. Y equals 2. Awesome. Hey, now to solve for x, because it's asking you to solve for x and y. In any triangle, what do the angles add up to? 180. So right here, if I know that this side is 90 degrees, this side is also 90 degrees. So 3x plus 6x plus 90 degrees equals 180. Oops, sorry. Okay. So now you're solving it the same way. 3x plus 6x, 9x. 90, move that over. So 180 minus 90 is 90. So what do you get for x? 10 what? Degrees. Yeah. Okay. So DE is the median, but it's also what? Going through the midpoint at a 90-degree angle. No. Midpoint, 90-degree angle. Look at the three. You only have three choices. Look at here. Midpoint, 90-degree angle. Which of the three? Perpendicular bisector. So this line right here, DE, it's a median, but it's also, whoops, the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. It can be both. Okay. Okay, one last example. One last one. This I don't like how they wrote this. So let's say here. I don't know what this M is, so you can just cross it out. All right. So find x if MR bisects the triangle, and angle 1 is 6x minus 9, and angle 2 is 4x plus 3. Right? So some terminology here. What does the word bisect mean? What does the word bisect? Not passes through. What does the word bisect mean? Yeah. Cuts through. How? Right in the middle. That's right. Cuts it in half. Okay. Cut in half. So cut right through the middle. So again, these two angles would mean that they are equal. So 6x minus 9 equals 4x plus 13. Right? Solve it. Move this over. Move that over. So 6x minus 4x equals 13 plus 9. 2x equals 22. So x equals 11. Okay, so take the next 5-10 minutes, try these three. So 13, 14, very easy. Just very similar to what we did. 15, think a little, think about it. You can do it. All right, and then we'll take it up in 5-10 minutes. Okay, let's take this up. So number 13, they bisect each other, which means the angle is bisect, which means this equals this. The two angles equal to each other. So I have 8x minus 16 equals 5x plus 8. Moving the x to the other side and the number to the other, I get 3x equals 24. So what answer did you guys get for number 13? 8. Awesome. Okay, how many of you got 8? Good. Right. Number 14, this is a median. So again, that implies that point D is the midpoint. That means these two are equal. So 7x minus 1 equals 6x plus 3. Moving it to the other side, x equals 4. How many of you got 4? Good job. And this last one, as I said, this one was a little tricky. I gave you guys the hints to solve with this part first. Tanya, what is this angle right here?
90-degree angle.
Because?
Right. The altitude.
Because it's an altitude. Altitude cuts across at 90-degree angle. So 3x plus 3 equals 90 degrees. Okay, move that over to the other side. Move the 3 over. 3x equals 87. Divided x equals 29. Okay, but that's not my final answer. It's asking for AC. So Ira, what did you do?
And so then I put 29 as x, so I did 29.8,
Which is?
which is 37.
Good.
And then I did 29 minus 9, which is 20.
Yep.
And then I added those two up.
So AC equals? Excellent. How many of you got 57? Good. All right, so that's the lesson. Nice and easy, 16 minutes.